students, how are you? I hope all are you good. Welcome back to another class. Today let me start English chapter number 15, A Midsummer's Night Dream part 2. Now the scene turns to Hermia, who made good her escape that night from her father's house. She met her beloved Lysander waiting for her at the appointed place, and they began to walk in the direction of his aunt's house. They had hardly traveled halfway through the woods when Hermia began to feel tired and exhausted. Now, Lysander, come, Hermia, we shall both rest here on the banks of soft moss till morning, for when we have rested well, we shall be able to move faster in the morning towards our destination. कि हार्मिया तुम थक गई होगी और हम दोनों ही थक गए हैं, आ जाओ थोड़ी देर आराम कर लेते हैं, थोड़ी देर मतलब पूरी रात यहाँ आराम कर लेते हैं, तब थोड़ा सा हम एक्टिव हो जाएंगे, फ्रेश हो जाएंगे, सुबह मॉर्निंग में हम जो है ये जगह छोड़ देंगे, अपने डेस्टिनेशन पे हम पहुंच जाएंगे. Saying this, they both fell to the ground and lay down a little apart from each other before falling into a deep sleep. Soon Puck, the naughty sprite, came across them. Puck, this must be the handsome young man, and this must be the beautiful lady whose love he rejects. Oberon must be referring to this couple. They are alone together, so the must be the first that he would see when he wakes up. Without tarrying much longer, he poured out the juice of the little purple flower on Lysander's eyelids. Unfortunately, Lysander felt the juice droplets and woke up suddenly. The first person he saw was Helena, who just happened to come into his view. Puck's assumptions Lysander would see Hermia first when the walk-up was a big blunder indeed. Lysander, you are more beautiful than Hermia, like a dove that is more beautiful than a raven. I can run through fire for you, my love, my heartbeat. And he continued to pursue Helena, expressing his love in extravagant admiration as a love-lost man. Helena, hearing such remark come from Lysander, whom she knew was her friend's lover and engaged to marry her, was astounded and furious. She thought Lysander was making fun of her. Helena, oh, was I born to be mocked and scorned by everyone? Enough is enough, young man. Here I am languishing for a gentle look for even one kind word from Demetrius. But you, sir, why must you pretend to mock me in this manner by pretending to love me? I thought, Lysander, you were kinder than him. Meantime, Hermia suddenly woke up, and seeing herself all alone, she got up and began to wander around in the wood, wondering what happened to Lysander. On the other hand, Demetrius, unable to locate either Hermia or his rival, Lysander was beginning to get tired with his fruitless search and so fell asleep. Oberon found Puck wondering what to do and looking at Demetrius, who was fast asleep. Oberon, tell me, what happened to Puck? Your Majesty, I am sorry. I made a blunder in applying the love charm to another man's eyes, believing him to be this fellow sleeping here. Now, what to do? Oberon then proceeded to touch Demetrius' eyelids with the love juice. Just as he finished dropping the love potion, Demetrius opened his eyes, and the first person he saw was Helena. Okay, and just like Lysander, Demetrius to begin to express his love for Helena. Demetrius, oh Helena, my love, my sugar pie, my sweetheart, I love you so, so very much. Helena became speechless. Now she had both men expressing love to her at the same time, as both of them were heavily under the influence of the powerful love potion. Hermia arrived on the scene in search of her Lysander. Poor Helena thought they all ganged up together to make fun of her, but Hermia was as much as surprised as Helena was. She could not fathom why Lysander and Demetrius, who both loved her before, were now in love with her friend. Helena, she did not find the matter funny at all. The young ladies, who were best of friends once before, now turned upon each other accusingly. Hermia, you stole my Lysander's love from me. So what said Helena? Unkind Hermia, you are the one who set Lysander to upset me with false praises and expressing love to me. I am indeed surprised at him. You have also turned your other lover, Demetrius, who used to kick me with his foot. You are making him call me names such as goddess Mims, precious, rare, and celestial. He of his own accord would never use such loving words to talk to me because he hates me and makes fun of me all the time. You are unkind, Hermia, to join with these men and poke fun and scorn me to shame. Have you forgotten the good friendship we enjoyed during our school days? है ना कि अब इस लड़कों के चक्कर में तुम अपनी दोस्ती भूल गई हो? Have you forgotten how often Hermia we sit together on one cushion, both singing the same song and worked our needles in embroidering the same flower on the same sampler, growing up like inseparable twins. How can you, Hermia, be so unfriendly now, so unladylike to join with these men to scold me, your poor friend Hermia? I am amazed at your angry words. Helena, I am not mocking you. Instead, you are the one who is mocking me. Helena, oh yes, my dear, keep it up. Pretend to look serious and then make faces at me behind my back. Why you must even be winking at each other to keep the joke going? If you had any petty grace or manners, you would not treat me like this. है ना उसको बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है अपनी दोस्त पे. And so the ladies continued sparring words at each other. Meanwhile, the two young men turned aside to have a good hand to first fight over. Helena, in the bargain, they moved away from the ladies, tumbling like roaring lions, trying to prove whose love was stronger by sheer strength. Suddenly, Helena and Hermia realized that the men had gone away from their side, so they set off once more in search of them and wandered off wearily deeper into the woods. Scene 2. Fairy King Oberon and Puck had witnessed the quarrels and listened intently. Oberon. Was all this a mistake, Puck, or did you play your usual tricks, Puck? Honestly, O King of Shadows, it was a mistake. Did you not tell me to recognize the man by his Athenian clothes? However, I find these goings on very humorous and I am not sorry that this has happened. Oberon, you saw, didn't you? Those two men have started their fight already. I order you to blanket the night with a thick fog and lead these quarrelsome lovers so far apart in the dark that they will be unable to find each other. If need be, mimic their voices to each other to keep them daring each other on and follow you. Do this till they are so weary that they just fall asleep. Then you take this other flower and squeeze the juice into Lysander's eyes. When Orkneys he will have forgotten his new love for Helena and return to his old love for Hermia. This way, the two pretty young ladies will each be happy with the men they love and they will begin to think that all this happened was a bad dream. Go get going with this quickly, whilst I go and see what my sweet love Titania has found. Titania was still sleeping. Nearby, a weaver workman who had lost his way in the wood was also asleep. Oberon, this fellow shall be mine, Titania's true love. He magically fixed an ass's head over the weaver. The fit was excellent, as if it might have grown upon his own shoulders. However, the fixing of the ass's head woke the weaver up and unconscious of what Oberon had done to him. He wandered towards the bowl where the fairy queen slept. Titania, opening her eyes. Oh, what kind of angel do I see? Are you as wise as you are handsome? The juice of the little purple flower was beginning to take effect. Weaver, why, madam, if I was wise, I would have enough sense to get myself out of these woods where I am lost. Titania, please don't wish yourself out of the wood, for I am not an ordinary spirit. I love you. See, come with me and I will give you fairies to look after you. Titania called 4 of her fairies, namely Pibblossom, Cobweb, Moth and Mustard Seed. Titania, 2 fairies. Look after this sweet gentleman, hope in his walks and skip in his side. Feed him with grapes and apricots and steal the honey bags from the bees from him. Titania to Weaver. Come, sit with me and let me stroke your lovely hairy cheeks, my darling, and kiss your beautiful long ears. Weaver. Where is Pebblesome? Pebble, Pea Blossom. I'm here, sir. Is Pea Blossom. Bottom. Scratch my head. Where is Cobweb? Cobweb. Here, sir. Now, bottom. Good for you. You, Cobweb. Now go and bring me the honey bag from the red bumblebee on the top of the thistle over there. Do not make too much trouble, Mr. Cobweb, and take care that the honey bag does not break. I should be sorry if you were drawn in honey. Now where is mustard seed? Mustard seed. I am here, sir, at your service. What can I do for you? तो मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ? Bottom. Scratch my head, help. Peace blossom to scratch my head. I must go to a barber for a shave, Mr. Mustard Seed, for I think I am astonishingly hairy about the face. Queen, my love, my sweet love, what would you like to eat? I have a brave fairy who can find a squirrel's hoard and fetch you some new nuts. Bottom. I would prefer to have a handful of peas. You know, he now began to have an ass's appetite with his ass's head. But please let none of your people disturb me, for now I would like to sleep. Queen. Sleep then. I will wrap my arms around you. Oh, how I do love you, how I adore you. When Oberon the fairy king saw the weaver sleeping in the arms of the queen, he came to her and scolded her with having lavished her love upon an ass. She could not deny it, as the weaver was lying there asleep in her arms with his ass's head crowned with flowers by her. Then Oberon continued to tease his fairy queen for more times. Suddenly, in the midst of his teasing, he asked her to give him the changeling boy, and she did so without further ado. Once getting what he wanted, Oberon then took pity on the disgraceful situation and poured some of the juice of the other flower on the Titania's eyelids and the fairy. So Queen immediately recovered her senses. She was thunderstruck at the sight of bottom, Titania. I loathe the sight of this strange monster. Oberon then ordered Puck to remove the ass's head from bottom and leave him to finish his nap with one fool's head upon his shoulders. Oberon and Titania became good friends once again. Oberon then narrated the story of the young lovers in the woods, their midnight quarrels, and she agreed to go with him to see the end of their adventures. The fairy king and queen soon found the four Athenians asleep on the grass, quite close to each other. Puck tried to make up for his mistake and worked hard to make up for his mistake and worked hard to bring them all the same place without anyone realizing that the others were there. He then carefully removed the charm from Lysander's eyes with the juice the fairy king had given them. Hermia woke up first. She turned and saw her lost Lysander as asleep, so near her, and kept looking at him, wondering at his strange unfaithfulness. Lysander, upon opening his eyes, saw his dear Hermia and came to his senses, and the memory of all his love for Hermia flooded back. They began talking to each other at once, wondering if these things had really happened or whether they were both dreaming the same bewildering dream. By now, Demetrius and Helena to woke up. The sleep had calmed Helena's anger, and she listened to Demetrius with delight. Demetrius, do you know how much I love you, Helena? Helena, please forgive me for all the unkind words I said to you. Hermia, saying horrid things to you, please forgive me. By this time, Hermia's father Aegeus arrived there in search of his runaway daughter. Demetrius to Aegeus, sir, I no longer neither love your daughter nor desire to marry her. Please do not oppose her marriage to Lysander, whom she loves. I love my Helena and desire to marry her only. They are mutually agreed to be married on the fourth day, that fateful day that Hermia was condemned to death. Instead, it would be a day of rejoicing and merriment at a joint wedding celebration of the two friends, Hermia and Helena, to their true loves. Oberon and Titania. The fairy king and queen, who were the invisible spectators of this happy ending, but truly pleased with the part of the played in bringing about this happy occasion that they two decided to join in the celebrations of the wedding and declare that day to be a day of sport and games throughout their fairy kingdom. And now, you reader, if you do not believe in fairies and elves and the pranks they play, just imagine you were asleep and dreaming that all these adventures were just a beautiful movie you saw in Midsummer Night's Dream. So this is the full story, a very lovely story is here. So the chapter is in here. I hope you all are very well understand full chapter. So we will meet in the next class. Thank you everyone.